What is going on, guys? So in today's video, I want to go over basically how every Catholic man can achieve his dreams, achieve everything he wants in life, and do what he wants. Because listen, this is super important because I talk to a ton of Catholic men, and when I ask them, what do they want to do? What's your dream? They don't know. They don't even know what they're going to do tomorrow. And so it's important to figure out what your plan is and like what you're shooting for, because, and this is the most important lesson in life, if you do not have a plan, you will become part of somebody else's plan. And I don't know if you've been outside lately, but there's a lot of people with some plans that aren't exactly aligned with Christ, more aligned with like sacrificing babies to Moloch and, destroying the West. So it's important that guys like us, guys like you, have plans and we're striving towards them, okay? So I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that and achieve everything you want. All right, let's get started. So first and foremost, whatever your plan is, we'll call it a vision. The first thing you have to do is you have to align it with Jesus. There's a cross, okay? The reason is because whatever your plan is, I don't know why things work this way. They have to be aligned with Christ, with what's true, good, and beautiful. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. For example, let's say you want $1 million in the bank account. Why? If it's to own a chain of brothels, I don't know if this will work. Probably won't. If it's because you wanna write a check to your local seminary for $1 million one day, great. I can see how that aligns with Christ. This process is gonna work. All right, so the first step after you decide like whatever I do, it's gotta be aligned with Christ, is to figure out your vision. And we will call this the 25-year vision. Boom, okay? This is what you want out of life, okay? And I want you to get really specific with this. I want you to think about what it is really that you want when you leave this world. And generally, there's 4 main areas of what you can think about: your health, your wealth, your relationships, and yourself. In terms of self, like what type of man you want to be, the character qualities you want to have, that's really a topic for another video. So just focus on like what material things and what like place you want to be in, okay? So things like, how much money do you want, right? What do you want your home to look like? Where do you want to live? That's my earth, okay? Things like that. Get really specific with it, okay? And now here's the key. I want you to have pictures associated with everything, okay? So have pics, all right? And also have words. What do I mean by this? I want you to take like a piece of paper and put pictures on it and also put words on it that resonate with you. You can do this in like Canva or something. That way you're not just reading a vision, you're looking at you having what you want in the future all the time, okay? Now, what I did with my 25-year vision is I made it nice and pretty, and then I made it my laptop background. So I look at it dozens of times every single day. I don't get to escape from it, okay? So 4 main areas: health, wealth, relationships, and self. Take a couple hours, get really specific, and print it out or make it your laptop background. Okay, now that you got this, which should take some time, now we gotta dial this in a little with our mini vision. And we could call this 6 month, okay? Now we have a 6-month mini vision, okay? This should be like a little smaller stepping stone to the 25-year vision with the same areas: health, wealth, relationships, and self. For example, let's say in 25 years, you want $1 million cash. Well, your 6-month vision might be to save $10,000 in a savings account. And again, make it with nice, pretty pictures and include words that resonate with you. Now for this one, I didn't make it my laptop background. What I did is I printed it off and I put it above my computer, so that way I look at it all the time. So when I'm on my laptop, I see my 25-year. Anytime I'm not looking at my laptop above, I see my 6-month. So I don't get to escape. Now, once we've made our 6-month vision, we go into the next step. We dial it in even further, because you can't really just achieve the 6-month. We have to put some systems in place. And we do that with goals. The heart of all of this: setting a goal, striving towards it, okay? Now, I recommend 2 types of goals: weekly and monthly, okay? And the goal shouldn't just be like, run a lot, pray. They should have a specific deadline and they should have a number associated with it. I want to lose 1 pound by Sunday. I want to lose 4 pounds by the end of the month. I want $500 set aside in a savings account by the end of the month. See that? It's got a clear deadline and a number so we can track if we achieved the goal or not. Now, again, we want to see these all the time. We also want to see these all the time. And so what I did is I made my weekly goals the background of my home screen, and I made my monthly goals the background of my lock screen. So that way I always look at it. So all day, every day, I see all of this, and I never get to escape it. Now, here's the big question. How do we achieve our goals? Very simple. I'm gonna go up here. We do it with non-negotiables. They don't make easels for men over 6 feet. I'm gonna complain, but non-negotiables. So this includes like what you do every day, right? And I can break these up into 2 categories. We can do daily tasks and time blocks. Okay, so daily tasks are just things you got to do every day and you don't want to miss on them. Things like pray the rosary, or, you know, if you have a money goal of like saving $1 million, we'll use that example. Maybe your 6-month vision is to save $10,000, and your monthly goal is to save $1,000, and your weekly goal is to save $250. And so maybe your daily task is to look at your bank account every morning. That way you just kind of have a feel for it, and you're always like it's always front of mind. See, because once your daily task is stemming from the goal, which is stemming from the monthly vision and the 25-year vision, and then Jesus. And so it's so aligned, you take the thinking out. You already did the homework. All you have to do is just execute. And then time blocks are for things that you don't have to do every day. You still need to do them, but they're not daily tasks. So maybe if you want to be like a world-class painter, maybe you don't paint every day, but maybe you set aside like 2-hour time blocks 3 times a week to really focus on like painting a pretty picture. Now here's the problem. How often do we set things in our calendar and then we forget about them or we blow past them? I know I'm guilty of that. So here's the way to never do that again. You have to remember there's a version of you that charted the course, that like set the ship for sail with a destination. And then there's the version of you with the monkey brain that likes to eat cheese balls and play video games and do a bunch of stuff that doesn't get us to this. So when you're approaching a time block on your calendar, I want you to think, this is a meeting with myself. Joe, the boss, set this, and now Joe, the employee, is showing up because I want to show up for myself, because I already did all the homework and I know really what I want. And so there's no point for me to skip it. There's nothing I can skip on this that's going to make me more happy because I already set the meeting with the dream in mind. So it's all lined up. All we have to do is execute. That's pretty much it. When you finish your weekly goals, you update them. When you reach a new month, you update. After 6 months, you redesign your mini vision. And then once you hit your 25-year vision, you come back to this page and you message me and you say, thank you, Joe. I achieved all my hopes and dreams thanks to you. Okay. Again, this is really important, especially for Catholic men. A, because I think Catholic men are seriously lacking in this, but B, because the culture is going against Catholicism. The West is falling. We can fix this if enough Catholic men achieve all their hopes and dreams, do what they're meant to do, and don't get caught up in other people's plans, people that are hell-bent on destroying the West or maybe even something worse, okay? I want us to win. I want you to win. I want you to achieve your vision, but ultimately I want us to serve Jesus Christ, okay? So if you got value, drop a like, and I will see you in the next episode.